There's the bell, and very quickly the Long Riders move out against Terry Ellis, and they waste no time at all on Ellis.
We never waste time, Terry.
And again, the referee immediately calling for a break as Ellis was into the ring ropes. Plus, it appears that he is obviously choking his man. Keep the side headlock. The Long Riders, the National Tag Team Champions.
Come here, you
Ellis. Thank you, gentlemen. I think I'll pass on that opportunity to get in the ring. And so it is Finley moving in. And Finley caught right in the pit of the stomach the minute he started to move on his man. Irish whip on Finley, caught with an elbow across the... well, that was well within the parameters of the sport. Snap mare and a rear chin lock. Finley trying to get back to his feet now. Once again, the tag is made. These Long Riders are big, they're vicious, and they're an extremely well-schooled team. Well-oiled machinery, no question about it. They have a knack of keeping their opponent close to their own quarter. Forearm across the back of Finley. Finley staggered and blocked before he could get over and make the tag with Terry Ellis. Finley fires back. Finley with a headbutt now that staggers the Long Rider, and he staggered all the way back, but he catches him coming in. The Long Rider, and a good headbutt into the midsection of the Long Rider. Another hard right hand and another headbutt that drives the Long Rider back. So Finley may have something going for him here. Another forearm into the chest. And as Finley was charging in that time, the Long Rider drove a knee and either belt line or just below catches him across the chest. The tag is made.
2, 3.
Again, Finley was blocked from getting over to make the tag. And so the Long Riders continue to dominate the situation. Finley in a lot of trouble now as these Long Riders are just... and Finley does fire back with the right hand, makes the tag with Terry Ellis. Ellis moving in. Wait a minute. Tommy Wildfire Rich trying to get into the ring. Tommy Wildfire Rich trying to get into the ring, and they're holding him back. Brian Adidas, Ron Ritchie, and Ole Anderson. And pulling Tommy Wildfire Rich away from the situation. And now Ralph Freed has come out there. Ellis in trouble. And it's...
Come on, champ!
Well, as we learned last week, Championship Wrestling from George is putting its foot down on some of the tactics of some of these competitors.
Come on, boy!
And Tommy Wildfire Rich wanted a piece of the Long Riders just then, but was successfully blocked by Ron Ritchie, Brian Adidas, Ole. And wait a second. Rich has made it in there. And it's Rich pounding away on the Long Riders. Rich paying him back. And we've got absolute bedlam and chaos going on. Thunderbolt Patterson and Ole Anderson in there now. And they've got Bill Irwin and Bob Roop trying to make it in. And it's Tommy Wildfire Rich pounding away on Wild Bill Irwin. And it is Scott Irwin trying to get in there, and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Well, we've got to get some kind of order restored. But right now, we've got absolute chaos and mayhem going on. We'll get order restored. We'll be right back. We'll be back in just a moment.
You hear a motorcycle anywhere coming up behind you, better turn around, because it might be me looking to run right over you. Tommy Rich!
Coming in here, backstabbing me when I'm in the ring beating up on somebody, you come from behind. You'll get joined down the front, 20 to 1.
See you next week. Until then, so long. How about it? And welcome to Championship Wrestling from Georgia, where every seat is indeed a ringside seat. You'll see all the action as it occurs. We do have a new television champion, and that man is Bob Roop. I want to take a moment now to talk to the national heavyweight champion, the man with the hands of stone, Ronnie Garvin.
How you doing, Gordon? It's a pleasure to be here, and I'd like to say hello to all the fans. I understand today I'm supposed to wrestle Bob Roop.
No, I don't.
Well, that's why I'm here for, Gordon. I want to wrestle Bob Roop because it was my understanding last time that Bob Roop was going to wrestle me. Now there's some changes. He's the television champion, but I think I still should wrestle him to get a chance to get it back.
Well, yeah, I understand that, and but from what I heard, the rumble that I heard just before we went on the air is that Mr. Roop
Excuse me, Gordon Soley. Instead of you and Ronnie Garvin sitting out here and speculating, guessing, thinking, and assuming anything, let me tell you what's going to happen. First of all, as you said earlier, I am the TV champion. I've done what I said I was going to do. Now, before I won this back, and since I've won it back, I talked to a few authorities. And there's no more of this defending this title every night. I only have to defend it every 30 days. Ronnie Garvin, you can go climb a tree and bark at the moon as far as I'm concerned. If you think you're going to get a match with me today, forget it. Now, you got a match. You got a guy here named Ron Starr. Let's see how you do with him. If you do well with him, if you can beat him up, he's a real tough guy. If you can beat him up, maybe I'll give you a chance. But I'm the one that's deciding now who I fight.
Well, I'm not going to climb any tree. If there's anybody I'm going to climb, it's my opponent in the ring, and I don't care what he puts up against me. I never back down from anybody, and the place to prove it, like I said, I've always said it, is right in the middle of a ring. And when I was a champion, the television champion, I never turned down any challenges from anybody. So, Bob Roop, you can put anybody against me, and I'll be there.
All right, fair enough. Ronnie Garvin, the national heavyweight champion, and, of course, Bob Roop refusing to wrestle him today as he was supposed to.
Looking pretty good out there. Got your hair cut, lost some weight. Looks like you've been in the gym. I hope you're getting tough.
Well, I'm getting tough, Roop, for one reason. You got something I want, and it's right there in your hands, brother.
This is where it's going to stay. Don't get out of line, Rich. You might have wondered why I didn't jump in your match. Like in the past, I've done a couple things like that. Well, I don't need to anymore because I won this title right out front, and I'm picking and choosing. Now, you said a moment ago, I overheard your comments, that I'm stacking the deck in my favor. Well, I've got some contracts with you, Tommy Rich.
The #1 contender for Flair is. And in order for me to get a shot, I got to go through you and take that title, Roop. Whatever I come back to Georgia for one thing, that's to get Flair. Whether it's you, it don't matter who it is. Right now, you're the national TV champion. They say I got to go through you. Well, that's who I'm going through, Roop.
Okay, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Right now, here's a special word. Let's take a moment right now to talk to Mr. Ox Baker, and you apparently have something on your mind.
You know, Ronnie Garvin is talking about wrestling Bob Roop. We're right on nationwide TV. You embarrassed the fantastic Ox Baker. Garvin, they call you the purdy boy. I wonder how purdy you'd be if I'd take this shaving cream and put all over your head and snip that hair off your body. If I'd shave your back, your arm, I'd shave him baldy. You cannot embarrass Ox Baker on TV. Ronnie Garvin, somewhere, somehow, I'm going to shave you. I'm going to get even with you, Ronnie Garvin.
All right, he says.